Hey there, Josh Brown here from Real Estate Wealth Network. And today, if you're having trouble with your marketing, if you're not getting the results that you expect, if you're struggling to get the amount of leads you need in your business so you can be doing more deals, then you need to learn about the rule of 7. And that's what we're going to cover in today's video. So let's get started. All right, so the rule of 7. Well, let's start first. Let's go back a little bit and make sure that we're all on the same page. You guys, if you've been following Cameron for any period of time, you have heard of the investor success formula. This is the very simple but very tried and true formula that allows you as an investor to get more leads, make more offers, do more deals, and make more money, right? And so the formula is simple. More leads equals more offers, equals more deals, equals more money in your pocket. Right. And so anytime you're having a problem with any one of these parts of the formula, the answer to fixing that is look up. Right. So if you're struggling to have more deals come in, then you need to look up. That means you're not making enough offers. OK. And if you're not making enough offers, all right, you can't do more deals if you're not making enough offers. If you're not making enough offers, that means you need more leads. Look up. You need more leads. And today we're going to be talking about a strategy that you can follow that'll allow you to generate more leads in your business. Now, this will work with direct mail. This will work with cold calling. This will work with any type of marketing you're doing in your business, okay? And so it's important for you to understand that your profits are in direct correlation to your marketing efforts. In this business and in any business, your profits are going to be in direct correlation to your marketing efforts. So how can we improve our marketing and in turn make more money this year? Well, first thing we need to do is not try to be a one-hit wonder, okay? We don't want to be like AHA. We want to make sure that we're staying consistent. So what I mean by that is a lot of investors will get started in this business and they'll go out and they'll buy one big list and they'll send some direct mail to it and they'll sit there and they'll cross their fingers and they'll pray, oh God, please let the phone ring. Let me have a deal, right? And here's the thing. Doing that is setting yourself up for failure. Very few people can hit a home run their first time up at bat. Okay. And so we don't want to set you up for that. You don't want to set yourself up for that. Instead, you want to follow a tried and true principle that's going to set you up for success long term. What's that principle called? It's called the rule of 7. Okay. Now, the rule of 7 is a marketing method by which businesses aim to expose consumers to a product, program, or service 7 times. According to this marketing rule, it takes 7 exposures to an idea for a customer to be primed enough to respond to it. Okay. And so what this means in layman's terms is you need to get in front of your customers 7 times before they're going to be able to give you the maximum response rate to your idea. Okay. So if you're trying to get sellers to call you with direct mail, you need to be thinking to yourself, how can I get in front of them 7 times? Not like AHA would. And how could I get in front of them 1 time with 1 message? You want to get in front of them 7 times with 7 messages. And this is going to increase your response rates. It's going to increase the amount of leads in your business. Everything is going to go up when you apply the rule of 7, right? Here's how it works. So basically, when you use the rule of 7 in your business, you're sending out 7 different touches to a seller, okay? And let's say you send out a postcard as your first piece. Right? And you send that out and it just gets flat out ignored. You wrote a great marketing message on it. It's very compelling. The calls to action on the piece are right. Everything looks good. You're incorporating the ability to text you back for responses. You've got your website on there. You got your phone number on there. It's beautiful. It's full color. You've done everything right. But your seller simply ignored the card. There's nothing you can do about that. They didn't read it. They took it out of the mail and it just got put straight into that trash can in the kitchen. Okay. That's what happened with the first mailing. So if you were only to send 1 postcard, this seller is not calling you back, right? So you send a second letter because you're following the rule of 7. This time, your letter comes out of the mailbox. It looks amazing. It's written perfectly. And we're going to assume that each one of these messages is just the perfect message to get someone to respond. It comes into the house. You notice it. Say, I'll get to that later. It goes on the kitchen table. Your husband or wife comes in, says, what's this trash? Crumbles it up, throws it away. Your second mailing has now hit the trash can. hard to respond from there, right? So your third message goes out. Now, this is a postcard. It's gone out a couple weeks after your initial first postcard, right? And your seller opens your mailbox, sees this postcard, because postcards have what percent open rate? 100% open rate, right? You don't have to open them. The message is on the top. You got lucky. Your postcard happens to be laying on top of the mail. Your seller pulls out the mail pile out of their mailbox. They look at it and they go, oh my gosh, I need to respond to this. They walk in the house and then they hear their kid screaming, crying, blood-curdling screams. They throw the mail up in the air. They run to take care of their kid. They grab them. They've skinned their knee on the stairs, and now you have to play doctor, get it all patched up, make sure little Anna or little Adam is okay. And then you come back to the mail. You're all flustered. You grab up the stuff. You put your bill over here. You throw the rest away. Postcard 3 just hit the trash. Oh my gosh, right? Your seller didn't respond. Message 4, you send a yellow letter. It's handwritten. It looks awesome. It looks totally different than the last 3 pieces you've sent out. This time, old Adam or Anna, they go to the mailbox and check the message mail for you. They come back. They think everything's trash. They throw it away. Your message still hasn't been responded to, right? Number 5, another postcard. Again, it catches your seller's attention. They say, yes, this is something I need to respond to. They walk in. They sit down at their desk. They put the card in front of them. They start going to the website. They get a phone call. It's from their grandmother. There's an important family emergency that they need to attend to. They're talking to them. They're talking to them. Days go by now because they've had to deal with this emergency. They've forgotten all about the postcard. It's been swept under the rug on their desk. And maybe it's laying under a pile of bills somewhere, and they still haven't responded. Number 6, you send a letter. They absolutely missed the letter. For some reason, it goes to the wrong mailbox. It gets checked by not you. It goes straight to the trash, what have you. And again, you've now sent 6 messages, but it hasn't been responded to yet. Okay. And then number 7, the winner chicken dinner postcard goes out. Your seller sees it. They're primed and in the right position to take advantage of it. They walk into their house. They go straight to the computer. They respond, or they call you, or they text you. And now you have a response. You have someone who's written back to you who is motivated. They've shown that through their ability to write or call you back. And now you can do something with that. But here's the thing. As investors, as marketers, we never know which one of these 7 steps is going to be the one that gets someone to respond. All right. If postcard number 3 here on the screen, if postcard number 3 would have landed and the kid wouldn't have scraped their knee, they probably would have responded, right? And so since we never know which of the 7 steps are going to be the ones to respond, we want to work 7 touches into our marketing philosophy from the get-go. If I'm calling sellers via cold mail, if it's my VAs, I want them calling at 7 different instances. I'll have them call in the morning. I'll call at night. I'll try a weekday. I'll try a weekend. I'll go back to the beginning. I'll do it again. But you're going to reach out at least 7 times, because think about it. How often does your phone ring and you're too busy to answer? How often do you check your mail as a non-motivated seller and not respond to some of the marketing there? But if you stay consistent, right, you will find success. So that's the rule of 7. And I want you to think about this. How can you apply this to your business? Well, instead of going to, we have the Motivated Seller Data Feed as one of our prime tools that we use to find awesome motivated sellers around the country, right? And instead of going to the Motivated Seller Data Feed and pulling a list of 700 people that I'm going to send 1 postcard to, how I might adjust that to use the rule of 7 is I'll go pull a list of 100 motivated sellers and plan to mail them or contact them 7 different times. Okay, because here's the thing. In that example, 100 sellers is way more likely to give you more responses than 700 sellers when you apply the rule of 7. And here's the really cool part. It costs you the same amount of money, right? Because if, let's say you're going to send a postcard to 100 people 7 times or 700 people 1 time, same amount of money, right? But you'll get much more response rate, much higher response rate if you go to 100 people 7 times, because you're following the principle I just walked you through. You're turning the volume up on your message by getting in front of them multiple times, right? And you don't just see smart marketers like us and like many of our clients using. this strategy. Look around. Next time you're watching like American Idol or whatever the top TV shows are, the Masked Singer or whatever, look at what kind of marketing is happening on that show. Okay. If you look at the judges, they're drinking out of Coca-Cola cups. Now, there's probably water in it or tea or something else, but it's probably not Coke, but it's a Coke cup they're drinking out of because Coca-Cola has paid to have them drinking out of that cup. And then after that, they cut to a commercial about Coca-Cola. And then later on that day, you're reading a magazine and there's a Coca-Cola ad in it. And then later that week, you're driving down the road and you see a billboard for Coca-Cola, right? And so they're getting in front of you multiple times, regularly and consistently. So when you are ready and primed to respond, I'm thinking of you, right? I'm thinking of Coca-Cola. And in our instance, they'd be thinking of us. They'd be calling us. And we'll be getting more responses from motivated sellers that we can use in our business, okay? So apply the rule of 7 in your business. In fact, if you want, tell me below in the comments how you can apply the rule of 7 to what you're doing in your business. We'd love to hear that. Okay, now we got to remember, even the greatest hitters in history only have a 35% success rate. In fact, Ty Cobb, who has the highest lifetime batting average of all time, only had a 366 batting average. Okay, he understood that not every swing of the bat is going to create a hit. Not every swing of the bat is going to create a home run, but you have to swing the bat to hit the ball. Okay, and so that's the 7. When we talk about the rule of 7, we have to understand not every postcard is going to create a deal. But if we're not sending postcards regularly and consistently, if we're not making phone calls regularly and consistently, if we're not handing our business card out regularly and consistently, if we're not driving around our areas with our card magnets regularly and consistently, if we're not doing billboards regularly and consistently, then we're not going to be creating those hits. And it's impossible to become the greatest ever if you're not regularly swinging the bat. Okay, so guys, remember, consistency is key and it can overcome almost every other obstacle. If you're not consistent, you're non-existent. That's a great saying that stuck with me for years. Heard it from Anthony Robbins, and it's so true, especially today. You have to stay consistent if you want to see results. The rule of 7 is a great rule that falls right into this. Consistency is the key, man. Consistency is the key. So, guys, start applying that rule to your business and watch your profits soar. We want to hear all about it when it happens. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.